because he's not very intelligent and undoubtedly remains damaged by the early death of his mother, Diana. And he very foolishly blames the media for her, in his words, murdered her, which is complete nonsense.
Harry hasn't got the intellect, he hasn't got the legal advice, he hasn't got the ability. And there was two agents who told horrible stories about her bullying and her oppression.
The drama that has unfolded in recent days has sent shockwaves through the royal family, and honestly, it's the kind of juicy gossip that could have been ripped right from the pages of a thriller. Hold on to your seats, because Tom Bower, the notorious royal biographer, has just dropped the ultimate bombshell. It's a move that will make even the most skeptical royal watchers raise an eyebrow. Tom Bower allegedly used hidden recordings in his secret album about Lilibet. Yes, you heard that right. The man known for exposing the royal family's darkest secrets has just turned the volume all the way up. And what's spilling out is enough to make even the most diehard monarchy supporter question everything they thought they knew about Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their children. The whispers have been growing louder, and now they're impossible to ignore. How did we get here? Let's break it all down. First, it's essential to understand the stakes of this scandal. Tom Bower's past works are legendary. His take-no-prisoners approach to the British monarchy has made him the darling of tabloid readers and the nightmare of royal aides. But this is on another level. A hidden album? Recordings about Lilibet? What could possibly have prompted this shocking twist in the already chaotic world of Harry and Meghan?
But I think he loved the adulation. He loved it when he was being praised, especially when he was a soldier.
Let's step back and take a breath. Everyone remembers the first time Bower took aim at Meghan Markle in his explosive biography. Her life laid bare for the world to see. Awkward marriages, troubled relationships, and an obsession with power and fame. But Bower isn't just interested in sensationalism, he's after the truth, no matter how ugly it is. His previous revelations about Meghan's ambition to rewrite royal history were shocking, but now he's taken it even further, questioning the very legitimacy of the Sussex's children. That's where this latest development enters the picture. The claims made in Bower's book about Lilibet's birth timeline weren't enough to stir the pot. Oh no, this time he's bringing the receipts. Here's where it gets wild. Allegedly, Bower's secret album about Lilibet isn't just a collection of photographs or vague allegations, it's a tape of sorts. Some sources are claiming that hidden recordings from trusted sources close to the Sussexes are featured in this album. These recordings, some say, contain startling revelations about Lilibet's birth, and more importantly, the way Harry and Meghan have manipulated the public narrative about their children's privacy. Could this be the smoking gun the tabloids have been waiting for? The key to unlocking a conspiracy that runs much deeper than anyone could have imagined?
Meghan Markle, his wife, is pregnant. Now, since she's pregnant, she asked him to give up a few things.
According to insiders, these recordings aren't just hearsay. They involve direct conversations from the highest ranks of the Sussex camp, revealing the lengths to which Harry and Meghan have gone to keep Lilibet's early life and medical details hidden from the public eye. But why hide the truth? The question that everyone's asking now is, what is the Sussex family trying to cover up? The real shocker here is the claim that Harry himself may have been involved in the decision to keep these recordings under wraps. Can you imagine? Prince Harry, a man who's always portrayed himself as the good guy, the rebel fighting against royal oppression, is now accused of being part of a cover-up plot that could send the public perception of the Sussex family into a tailspin. If this allegation proves true, the scandal could destroy the carefully curated image that the Sussexes have worked so hard to build. Their carefully managed narrative of privacy and protection for their children could come crumbling down. Of course, Bower's claims have caused outrage, with Harry and Meghan's camp labeling them as baseless. But that's what they always say, right? The question on everyone's mind is, why won't they just provide the transparency the public is asking for? If these accusations are so far-fetched, why not prove them wrong outright with irrefutable evidence? And yet, silence. Let's pause for a second here, because this is where things get really juicy. The more time that passes without clear answers, the more the story explodes on social media. It's like a wildfire spreading across every corner of the internet. Royal fans, critics, influencers, and tabloids, everyone is scrambling for their piece of the story. And in the middle of it all, Prince Harry's anxiety seems to be reaching a breaking point. Sources close to Harry say that the pressure is getting to him. He's been glued to his phone, reading every new theory and update, tracking every single comment. But here's the thing, this isn't just about protecting his children anymore. This is about survival. This is about his legacy. The legacy that his actions will leave behind for generations to come. If Bauer's allegations are true, they could reshape the way the world remembers Harry and Meghan. And, most importantly, the way the world remembers Lilibet. At this point, the Sussex camp's refusal to engage with the media or provide transparency has only deepened the mystery, and with every new development, the conspiracy theories continue to spread. We've already seen how Bauer's biography on Meghan was a masterclass in revealing secrets that no one wanted to be exposed, and now it seems like he's targeting the very foundation of their post-royal lives. But let's get real here. Is anyone really surprised by these claims? After all, Meghan Markle has long been a figure that's been intensely scrutinized, dissected, and criticized by the media. And Prince Harry? He's been caught between a rock and a hard place, torn between loyalty to his family and the desire to protect his wife and children from the same spotlight that haunted him for years. But now, the tables have turned. Has he been playing the media game all along, or is he truly the victim in this tangled web of royal secrets? It's clear that the Sussexes have built their post-royal life on a delicate balance of privacy and publicity. But what happens when that balance is shattered? What happens when the walls they've carefully constructed around their family start to crumble, revealing more than they ever intended? The tension is building to a breaking point, and it's only a matter of time before something gives. Will the truth about Lilibet's birth finally come out? Will Harry and Meghan's carefully crafted narrative unravel? Or will the royal family's real story remain hidden behind closed doors, forever shrouded in secrecy and speculation? Stay tuned, because the next chapter in this royal drama is about to explode, and trust me, it's going to be wild. As the storm continues to brew, the questions just keep piling up. Tom Bauer, a man with a reputation for unmasking the untold truths behind the monarchy, has dug deep, too deep, into the heart of the Sussex's most private moments. And the allegations about the hidden recordings that have surfaced in his so-called secret album of Lilibet are not just breaking headlines, they're threatening to break everything the Sussex family has worked so hard to protect. The silence coming from Montecito is deafening, and when silence is the only response, people start to fill in the blanks themselves. That's where the conspiracy theories come in. Theories that no longer sound like outlandish tabloid fodder, but suddenly feel possible. Bauer's words are cutting through the noise like a razor. He's claimed that the recordings in the album aren't just innocent family conversations, they are the key to unlocking a hidden world of manipulation, cover-ups, and calculated deception. As you might imagine, these allegations are sending shockwaves across the globe. But here's where things get really dangerous. Because if these tapes are real, the fallout could be catastrophic for Harry, Meghan, and their children's future. In one of the most scandalous claims yet, Bauer argues that these hidden recordings could change everything the public thought they knew about the Sussexes' relationship with the media. Have they been playing the victim all along? Or were they, as Bauer suggests, orchestrating the narrative from the very start? The bombshells just keep dropping, and each one lands heavier than the last. But let's take a step back and think for a second. What would be the point of hiding these tapes? What could Harry and Meghan possibly stand to gain by manipulating their children's birth timelines, their privacy, or their image in such a dramatic way? Could it all really be about control over the media? Power over their narrative? Let's talk about it. For years, Harry and Meghan have been adamant about one thing: the protection of their children's privacy. But now, with these shocking new allegations, that image of protection is looking a lot less like a shield and a lot more like a weapon. Is this secrecy truly about shielding their children from the media's prying eyes? Or is it about controlling how the world sees them? If Lilibet's birth was so carefully curated, then what does that say about the Sussex's entire public life? One of the most revealing aspects of this whole scandal is how it mirrors the same behavior that Harry and Meghan claim to escape from: the tight control over narratives within the royal family. They fled to California to build a life away from the suffocating demands of royal duties and media scrutiny. But now it seems they're using the same playbook to create a carefully managed, crafted story about their family's life. It's all beginning to look like a masterclass in public relations. And why hide the truth about their children's birth? Was the delay in announcing Lilibet's birth just a fluke? Or was it part of a broader strategy to manage the media's reaction? Bauer's allegations seem to suggest that the Sussexes were far more calculating than anyone realized. After all, Meghan has been incredibly open about her struggles with the press. But what if she has been using those very struggles to her advantage, painting herself as the victim in order to win public sympathy? And let's not ignore the bigger picture here. What does this mean for the royal family? For Harry, the royal heir turned renegade, and for Meghan, the outsider who's become the most polarizing figure of the decade, their story has always been one of defiance, breaking free from the monarchy's constraints and forging their own path. But now, it's looking less like a story of redemption and more like a carefully constructed narrative designed for maximum impact. The timing of all of this couldn't be worse. The media frenzy surrounding Tom Bower's accusations is only intensifying. The more Bower speaks, the more people start to question what really happened in Montecito. And as the public waits for answers, Harry and Meghan are left trying to manage a narrative that seems to be slipping further and further out of their control. But here's the truly shocking part. Harry is spiraling. The pressure is clearly getting to him. Insiders say he's glued to his phone, obsessively monitoring social media, reading every single comment, watching YouTube breakdowns, tracking every new rumor. The fun, cheeky prince we once knew? Gone. The man in his place is someone who looks completely undone, haunted even by the very saga he's found himself at the center of. And while Harry unravels, Meghan is reportedly handling it all with a cold, calculated approach. Reports say she's laser-focused, ready to use every legal weapon at her disposal to silence her critics. But is this what's best for their family? Every time they fire off cease and desist letters, every time they threaten legal action, it just adds fuel to the fire. Why, critics ask, don't they simply clear the air with transparency? Why not prove the allegations false once and for all? The silence coming from the palace is equally unsettling. No statement from King Charles. No public support for Harry during what should be a moment of family solidarity. Instead, there's nothing. Could the royal family have been preparing for this moment all along? What if senior advisors knew this crisis was coming and made the strategic decision to distance themselves from the Sussexes? Perhaps this isn't just about a personal dispute. It's about a constitutional crisis. The public's patience is wearing thin, and the pressure is only mounting. Something has to give. But the real question is, will Harry and Meghan do what's necessary to put an end to this growing scandal, or will they continue to double down on their defensive stance? And what about the royal family? Will they step in to bring clarity to the situation before it spirals even further out of control? The clock is ticking, and as each day passes without a clear resolution, the mystery surrounding Lilibet, the Sussexes, and Tom Bower's explosive claims only deepens. With every passing moment, the pressure on Harry and Meghan grows, and the walls are closing in. Something has to give. The only question is, what breaks first?